Have you ever read the Bible and thought, those aren't the words I remember reading growing up? Me too. In Philippians 2:15, Paul tells his audience that if they act in a certain way, they will shine as lights in the world. But when I memorized this verse as a kid, I learned it as shine as stars in the universe. So why this difference? What is the difference? And is one better than the other? The Greek word Paul uses here is phosteres, which is simply the plural form of the word phoster, which is a light-giving body, especially of heavenly bodies, specifically star. I know what you're thinking. If phosteres is star, then why translate it light? Well, there could be a couple of reasons. Remember, a translator always needs to balance translating exactly what the author wrote with translating to best encapsulate what the author was trying to convey. One reason the translators could have chosen lights instead of stars is because of the parallel with Jesus' teaching in Matthew 5:14. You are the light of the world. But an even better reason could be because of the next word in question, cosmo, the dative singular form of cosmos. Cosmos is much harder to translate than phoster because it simply means order, or in this context, the sum total of everything here and now, the world, the orderly universe. See, at that time, they did not differentiate between the entire universe and the planet Earth. So they just had one word for everything in the orderly universe, the cosmos. This leaves translators with the dilemma of how to best translate this word into English. Is Paul meaning everything in the orderly universe, or is he meaning the world? And remember the potential parallel with Matthew 5:14. My solution is to look at the context. Here Paul is telling his audience to do everything without grumbling or disputing in order that they might be blameless and innocent, children of God, without blemish in the midst of a crooked and twisted generation. Other translations even translate twisted as depraved. So the symbolism Paul is looking for here is contrast. He is looking for something to contrast blameless and innocent and without blemish with crooked and depraved. So we have two options: lights in the world and stars in the universe. When you look up in the sky and see a radiant light surrounded by utter darkness, I think that pretty well encapsulates Paul's intended contrast, much better than lights in the world. That is why some translations even translated stars in the sky, but I think that is a little too far to one side of the balance I'm trying to draw between literal translation and conveying the message. I think stars in the universe is a better translation than lights in the world, but lights in the world still does get the message across, if only less effectively. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments and explain why. And if you found this video interesting and would like to see more, subscribe so you don't miss any. Until next time, God bless you and your family.